डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Welcome friends, it's once again we are welcoming you all the students of Bachelor of Computer Application. Friends, today we are going to discuss BCA 402 e-commerce block number 1 and unit number 3. Unit number 3 talks about electronic commerce. So what exactly electronic commerce is, that we have already discussed in our last session of unit number 1 and unit number 2. Today we will be discussing some more detail about how exactly electronic commerce works and what are the benefits out of it. So let's start with the presentation. So we will be going to discuss electronic commerce. So after learning this presentation, you will be able to discuss on electronic data interchange, features of electronic data interchange, about electronic commerce over the internet. Friends, in our last session we discussed what exactly electronic commerce is. So electronic commerce is normally any business transaction which gets performed over computer network, which makes use of transferring of ownership or rights to use goods and services. So it is just nothing but in our conventional way of commercial transaction, whatever we are doing means we are purchasing some sort of goods and we are making some sort of payments. So same way in the electronic commerce we are using the internet www to make these things happen. Let's discuss what exactly electronic commerce is and some basic things related to electronic commerce or introduction to electronic commerce. So electronic commerce or e-commerce continues a name for numerous category of business or commercial exchange that encompasses the exchange of information across the internet. So friends, whenever we are making transaction in a normal commercial on a day-to-day transaction, so what exactly we are doing? We are selecting the product, we are making the payment, the supplier or the retailer making some sort of invoices, and that is given to the customer. So whenever all these things are happening on an internet, so it happens to be a detailed process from selection of items to moving it into cart, providing the customer's detail, providing the customer's billing detail, providing the customer's shipment detail, also providing the payment detail through which we are making the payment, and all these things are being communicated to various parties. Let's say e-commerce service provider, that is one company, they are providing some sort of information to the supplier, that is another entity. They are providing some sort of information to the banks, so that is third entity or third company. And finally the goods are being delivered through some sort of delivery company. Okay, so that is what we can say, it's a fourth, and finally the customer to whom the goods or items are being delivered. So here we need to provide or we need to pass on some information, and this passing on this information, that is we can say electronic data interchange, that is EDI. So that we will discuss in the next session or next slide. So it contains an extent of contrary categories of business, from customer based retail sites through sales or music sites to business bargains, trading stocks along with the service between business. So here the people think about ki whenever we are making transaction in a day-to-day life in a conventional mode, so we have some sort of options, like we can do some sort of bargaining with the providers or with the suppliers. So here what is happening? Yeah friends, some websites are providing facilities to bargain. they are providing some sort of information, or they are providing some sort of features, they are having some sort of features wherein customers think that they are doing e-commerce transactions in a normal commercial way. So e-commerce allows customer to inductively interchange goods along with the benefits with no blockages of time or distance. So that is one of the most important thing. So we save, as a customer we save time, and we need not to travel to different location, okay, to check out the things. So by sitting at your home, by sitting it in your drawing room or in your bedroom, we can purchase various things. So that is one of the most important things. So here we can save time and distance. So in the nearby future, the limitation between customary and electronic commerce will benefited incrementally as more as business proceeds section of their operations onto the internet. So this is the basic difference between customary and electronic commerce. In the customary way of transaction, we are making the business, or we are making, or we are means planning to purchase the things from retail shops or suppliers. But here in electronic commerce, we are getting, as a customer, we are getting a platform wherein we can buy all the things whatever you wish from a single place. Okay, so many of the e-commerce websites, they are providing services to sell items, or you can purchase item whatever you wish. So these are one of the most important things that we can. So friends, what are the advantages of e-commerce? So nowadays everything from food and clothes to entertainment and furniture can be purchased online. E-commerce advantages can be broadly classified in three major categories: advantages to the organization, advantages to the consumers, and advantages to the society. So friends, it is there is no more difference between customary transaction as well as e-commerce transaction, because here we are saving time, we are saving money, we are saving some sort of distance, means we need not to travel. Okay, so there are some other benefits while using e-commerce. So what are those benefits? Let's discuss. So advantages to the organization. So with the e-commerce, organizations grow their market until national as well as international level. With low capital, they can find more consumers in less time. So friends, nowadays plenty of e-commerce websites available in the market. They might be operating from any part of the world, but we are feeling that we are purchasing the things from our home only. Okay, so that is one of the biggest advantage to the organization. So they can expand their wings all across the globe. So they need not to worry about the local customer. Okay, so they can provide all the kinds of services all across the globe. So with e-commerce, organization will able to lower cost involved in processing, distribution, as well as handling paper information by digitizing the information. So friends, whenever we or an organization provide conventional mode of commerce or customer relation, okay, so at that particular time they are supposed to maintain plenty of things wherein it involves number of paper related information, and they need to maintain all the records. Whereas while we are going online, so we can digitize all the information, so that whenever we want any particular information, we can search all this information on a single click. So that is one of the most important thing. The next point is e-commerce improves the brand image of the company, obviously. And nowadays, suppose a retail shop, they are also providing, or they are selling items, or they are selling goods through online. They are having their own websites. Okay, so it provides, it creates a brand, or it creates an image in the customer's mind that this particular company or this particular retail store is selling items all across the globe. Okay, and obviously it creates some sort of brand image in the customer's mind. E-commerce helps organization to provide better customer services. So whenever we are dealing with the local customer, at that particular time, the companies are considering some sort of things as taken as granted. But whenever the organizations are dealing with different parts of the world and different kinds of customer, so they need to provide best services out of it. They need to provide best customer relationship, or they need to deal with all the kinds of customers. So here it helps organization to provide best customer services, and that is one of the most important thing. E-commerce helps to simplify business processes and make them faster and efficient. So here, once the organization gets order, they immediately start working on it. So they are providing, they are collecting the goods from different suppliers. They are making the second level processing like packaging and all, and delivering it to the customer's place. So nowadays, once we are placing the order, immediately on the next day, the goods are being delivered to the customers. So that is one of the most important thing. So customers are getting the goods delivered on a faster and efficient manner. So that is one of the most important thing, obviously, because whenever we are purchasing the goods from local market, so immediately we are not using it, but within a day or two we are using it. So here we are feeling that even though we have purchased it from the global market or from the internet, we got the things within a day or next day. E-commerce reduces paperwork a lot. Obviously, all the things are available on internet. Your data, your goods, all the information are available on the internet. Okay, so only goods delivered, they are maintained in a godown. So so the data part is rest assured, and we can nowadays, with the use of internet and various backend services or backup services, we can get all the things reduced. Okay, so e-commerce reduces paperwork a lot. E-commerce increased productivity of the organization. So nowadays, lot many customers have to deal with, means a lot many organizations are dealing with various kinds of customers. Okay, the business has got expanded, so obviously the productivity of the organization has got increased. So these are the benefits of organization, benefits to the organization. Now the benefits to the customer. So full 24 by customer support. E-commerce provide 24-hour 7-day support to its customers or to the services or whatever services that customer has dealt with, okay, for buying anytime from anywhere. So this is one of the most important thing. So suppose you can purchase any particular item even at night, and you can get the delivery within 24 hours or 48 hours. Okay, so that is one of the biggest advantages. So there is no time constraint. You need to go and buy item from 10 to 5 or 10 to 7. Okay, so e-commerce application provides user more option, quicker delivery of the product. So as we discussed before few seconds, it gives quicker delivery of the product, and we have plenty of choice. Whenever we are going in particular store, there is not always necessary that we will get enough choice, but here in the e-commerce platform we get plenty of choice. So e-commerce applications give more options to the customer to compare and select better product in less price. Even customer can compare the things, whether this particular item is available at what cost. Suppose we want to buy a mouse, okay, and at any particular location, let's say I'm going at X e-commerce platform, it gives me at the cost of 250 rupees. Okay, so I'll go and check whether the same model mouse is available at what cost, and I'll take the decision immediately and I'll make the purchase. So feedback regarding the product can be inserted by the customer for proper valuation and review. Obviously, whenever particular customer go and buy any particular item from e-commerce websites, so they will check what exactly other customers who has already buy that particular product says about the supplier, says about that particular e-commerce platform, and how exactly means what exactly the customer says about that particular product as well, that particular item as well. Okay, and based on that they can take the decision about purchasing the item. E-commerce provide options to the virtual auction. Number of websites are providing some sort of virtual auction facility wherein you can buy an item even on a cheaper price. So readily available information to the customer within seconds rather than waiting for the days and weeks, obviously. So whatever information is available, that is the latest one, and whatever you want to buy, that makes you available all the things in a plenty of seconds. E-commerce increases competition among the organizations, and as a result organizations provide substantial discount to the customer. So nowadays all these users, all these customers are making comparison ki at what price this particular item is available, okay, and based on that they are taking the decision. So nowadays all the e-commerce companies, companies, they are feeling some sort of competitive environment, and they are trying to keep the cost of the price as low as possible. So that is one of the biggest advantage to the customers. Now the customer advantages to the society. Customers need not to travel to shop a product, thus less traffic on the road and low air pollution. That is one of the biggest advantage. E-commerce helps reducing cost of products, so less affluent people can also afford the product. Okay, so any particular customer, they can go and they can buy some sort of items by placing an order through their smartphone on a mobile application. E-commerce has enabled access to the services and products to rural areas as well, which are otherwise not available to them. Suppose nowadays somebody wants to purchase, somebody wants to buy some sort of let's say item in a rural area. So earlier it was not possible. So people had to travel to purchase those particular things into big cities. But nowadays even they are staying at their home in their town, they can surf the internet, they can surf the product, and they can get the delivery at their hometown as well. So that is one of the biggest thing, that is evolution of e-commerce. So e-commerce helps government to deliver public services like healthcare, education, social services at reduced cost in an improved way. So obviously nowadays government has also provided some sort of services like government has provided GeM, government e-marketplace. So wherein various government organizations or any particular organization, they can buy a product on a much lower cost and in a faster way without bidding for various parts of the world. Now let's discuss about electronic data interchange. So this is one of the biggest thing in e-commerce, because here we have in e-commerce we have plenty of goods, plenty of items available, and for making these items available to the customer from a single location, various parties are involved, various organizations are involved, and whenever this particular the cycle is going to be completed, so at that particular time, to get the cycle completed from selection of goods to the payment to a specific location to a delivery of goods to the customer. Okay, so there are plenty of informations are passing on from one end to another, and they are being provided various things to various organizations. So electronic data interchange continues as sharing of data from one computer system to another through conventional message approximations, so that will not require human presence. So that is one of the best thing that we can talk about related to electronic data interchange. So EDI allow many establishments which can be at different location to transfer details through computer. So different establishments are there, different organizations are there, so they are passing some sort of information to different people, and based on that this whole cycle of e-commerce gets complete. So in our beginning of this presentation we discussed about passing of information. Suppose I as a customer selecting some sort of products or some sort of items from e-commerce websites. Okay, now this particular information is being passed from that particular organization, let's say e-commerce platform, to the shopping cart. Okay, now the back office will segregate the items, because obviously whatever e-commerce platform, they are providing some sort of services, so they are not selling, actually they are not selling the items. So they are passing on this information to different retailers or to different suppliers. Okay, same way the payment, whatever payment has been made, or means cash on delivery or various other things, various other facilities are nowadays available. So all this information, passing of customer's address, delivery of goods, to delivery of or passing of information related to payment, all these are supposed to be communicated well in time to all this establishment, and based on that the services, obviously, because suppose if this passing of information may get delayed, the delivery obviously get delayed and the customer will not get satisfied out of it. Okay, so this electronic data interchange, that plays one of the biggest role in providing the information to the different establishment and fulfilling the services to the customers. So data gets transferred by sequential link as well as with peer-to-peer networks. Furthermore, several exchanges presently depends on internet for connectivity. Electronic data interchange continues as an electronic transfer of data or information for business by applying normal format. That can be a procedure that will allow individual company to send information to other company through internet instead of using paper. So if one establishment pass on those information by courier or by physical manner, so that will get delayed. So they have set up some sort of standard procedure, okay, through which once the order is being placed to any particular platform, the relevant information will be passed on to the various establishment, and all these things where the information has got passed, okay, the shipment has been made or not, the packaging is being done or not. So all these things are being monitored by the customer. So the customer can get rest assured that information will be, or the goods will be delivered to him or her in proper time. So it is found that business entities will conduct business through internet, which is called trading partners. So obviously it is none of it is not always possible that a single establishment is making business of all the kinds of things. So there are some sort of trading partners, and with the help of these trading partners, the overall e-commerce channel is being fulfilled. So it is found that certain business document gets transferred with EDI. Furthermore, two common related being purchase orders and invoice. So these are one of the most important thing. Once whatever order has been placed and the invoice to the customer, so these two important documents are there. Okay, so whatever order placed by customer, okay, to that particular platform, and that particular platform will provide invoice of that particular good to the customer, because the post services like customer support services and relevant things will be through invoice only. So here we have some sort of a basic graph. So here buyer generates a purchase order, then that will be the information will be provided to different establishment through mail or through relevant information or through relevant platform nowadays. Then supplier enters the order into internal system and prints an invoice. Then the invoice is being provided to the courier agency along with the product, okay, and that will be provided to the customer. So buyer enters the invoice into internal system for processing. Okay, so suppose they want to get some sort of warranty or guarantee, so that will be available to the customer, to the buyer, so whenever they wish. So benefits of electronic data interchange. So what are the benefits? In our day-to-day life, we are, whenever the transactions are being happening, so at that particular time the information, the delay in information will obviously get delay in the services to the customer. So that is one of the most important thing. So let's discuss what are the benefits of EDI. So EDI was created to resolve the difficulties instilled in paper-based operations processing. in addition to several other appearances of the customer communication. So, in resolving the certain problems, EDI serves as a tool which allows organization to restructure information flow along with the business procedure. So, difficulties with the paper based transferring system are, so what are the difficulties of the paper based transferring system and the benefits of this EDI. So, time delays. So, delay happen mainly due to paper documents time which needs delay to transport from one location to another location. Additionally, manual processing delays are due to key file retrieves as well as comparing of data. Then labor cost. So, labor cost, if a system is not with EDI, so this is the benefit of EDI, that it saves the time and labor cost as well as that is one of the most important benefit, because whenever suppose an organization is not equipped with EDI, so they are supposed to make all these things manually, and manual processing needed for data keying, storing and taking out of documents, sorting, matching, reconciling, envelope shuffling, stamping, signing and much more. So, there are plenty of other things that we are supposed to be done, and that requires labor cost. Errors, obviously whenever human intervention is there, so there is a possibility of errors, because information is keyed multiple times and documents are transported, stored and retrieved by people. Non-EDI systems tend to error prone. Uncertainty. So, uncertainty appears in two domains. Initially, paper transportation along with the several manual processing cause delay which is uncertain, as well as after the transaction sender will not be able to conclude about transaction position. So, where exactly the transaction or the things lying. Okay. Then high inventories. So, if we do not have EDI, so will not have the things relevant to okay, what sort of items are available, what is the stock status. So, here the inventories will get high. So, in spite of long time interval and uncertainties in non-EDI processing, inventories are made higher as desired. Information access. So, EDI allows user to work on a large delay transaction data in non-EDI environment, which is possible when large efforts and time delay occurs. So, these are the benefits of EDI over non-EDI platform. Now, electronic commerce over internet. So, how exactly this works? So, electronic commerce over internet is predicted to grow at an ever increasing rate over the next few years, with online sales already heading for several billions. So, many companies are using new sales channel, and a few retailers now have established major online sales sites, and there have been some success particularly in technology, business to business and niche market. So, friends, nowadays many of the mobile retailer companies, okay, they have started their own business online, and they are providing tremendous services all across the state as well as all across the country. So, they have plenty of chain of retail shops, as well as they are providing services online. So, that market has got evolved and it has given the evolutionary result. So, most companies with an internet presence have a straightforward marketing site. The objective of site is to supplement traditional marketing activities, perhaps give additional information and generally promote the company. So, these e-commerce sites will help promoting the retail companies just like a brand, and that helped those particular retailers a lot. A selling site is different. The objective is to close the sale electronically with payment made over the internet. Okay. So, whenever this selling site, the customers are dealing with the selling site, so that is totally different. The objective is to close the sale electronically with payment made over the internet, and this type of site will be designed to include comprehensive product information, as visitors will be expected to make purchasing decision based on the information presented. So, whatever information is available, based on that the customer will make the decision. When the shopping session is complete, the customer clicks on a hyperlink which takes him or her to the checkout page. At this particular stage, the customer will be presented with a list of goods marked for purchase, the total cost, shipping, handling, tax, etc. So, the customer can add shipping instructions, name, address and so on. So, these are some of the most important things wherein customer have the detailed idea about what exactly they have added into shopping cart and how exactly what sort of payment means some sort of shipping charges, some sort of taxes will be levied on the customer, and based on that they can take the decision whether to purchase or not a specific item. So, friends, let us sum up what exactly we discussed in this session. So, in this unit we have learnt that electronic commerce or e-commerce continues a name of numerous category of business or commercial exchange that encompasses the exchange of information across the internet. In this, we see that electronic commerce comes into existence in early 1990s, where addition in increase in large internet rate prevails. Presently, companies have an online existence. In fact, most of the companies. The electronic data interchange continues as sharing of data from one computer system to another through conventional message approximations that will not require human presence. The working of EDI involves difficulties related to instant paper operations, processing along with many other appearance of electronic communication. So, this is all about electronic commerce, benefits of using electronic data interchange and many more. So, friends, for any further query you can send an email to my email ID, that is nilesh.modi@bu.edu.in. You can get the online session of this particular lecture or this online session on my Facebook as well as YouTube channel, that is I Dr. Nilesh Modi, I Dr. Nilesh Modi. So, with this we are concluding this session, that is e-commerce, subject code BCA 402, block number 1 and unit number 3, that is on e-commerce. Thank you very much, friends, for listening me patiently. So, in the next session we will discuss the next topic, the next block, the next unit. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.